Advent of Code 2024, day 10, Hoof it. We're going to get a grid, and it's going to be numbers 0 to 9, and they represent topological heights or altitudes. And we need to find all of the trails. And a trail starts at 0 and it goes to 9, and it increases by 1 every time. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they give us a better example down here. I'll grab this one. You need to find every 0 and then find how many 9s you can get to from that 0. And that's so, and then basically sum them up. And that'll give us the total score. So this seems like a great application of like a breadth first search. We can just sort of walk each trail. Let's go over here and take a look. I'll run my GenDay script here for day 10. I go over this in the intro video. It basically creates the folder, pulls my input, creates a stub for me. It does not create the example, which I have to paste in myself because that's hard to parse. Let's take a look at the input real quick. It's larger. I mean, it's what, like 58 lines. I don't know how many across. I always wondered, is there a way to see this in? Yeah, so 59 columns. So I'm guessing that probably 58 by 58. I think we don't have to worry about this getting out of hand size wise, because each step can only go to so many. You know, when you typically like a typical maze problem, you can move every direction every time. Here, we can only move up, down, left, and right. And from any given position, so like from this position, there's actually 3 different ways we can go. But then from this one, we can't go back. We could go, well, this maybe is a bad example. At most, we're going, I guess we're seeing some, but like we're starting to edge out. Like from this 2, we only can go one spot. There's 3, it's going to be limiting in how many we can go. I don't know if that was very clear, but let's go ahead and take a look at our thing. So I want to get a grid here. So we're going to call it grid. And what do I want to do here? We're going to read in lines. And for each line, we're going to map int line for f in read lines. And we better make that a list. So now we have a grid of integers. Let's see, what am I doing wrong here? Because I need for L for line in. There we go. We could make this grid. We could Python day 10 example.txt, and we better do a strip on the lines. Strip like that. And there we go. We have our list of integers. All right, so now what do we need to do is we need to walk over the, well, first we need to find all our zeros. So we'll find our zeros equals, we could probably do this in the, it would be nicer just to explicitly make this. So we will say r comma row for row, r comma row in enumerate lines, enumerate grid. Then here we can do, we don't want to do that. We want to do r, at the end we want r comma c for r comma row, and then this will be for c comma val in enumerate row. I believe that's correct. Maybe I need to put this. I actually love list comprehensions like this, but they're kind of hard when you get to doing double. For some reason, it's always unintuitive to me. And then we'll say if val equals 0. And let's see if that worked. So we can do zeros, and we got 0, 2. So over here, yep, that looks right. 0, 4, that looks right. 2, so 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's right. So that seemed to work. Okay, so we got our zeros. Now, whenever I do breadth first search, I always want to get a queue, and so a deck is the best way. A deck is the best way to do that. So we do from collections, import deck, and this is a double-ended queue that we can use. So now we're going to say, let's make a function here. We'll say def get count trails. Count trails. And it's going to take in a r comma c, and it's going to, which will be an int, c, which will be an int. It's going to return the number of trails, which is an int. We will create our queue like this, which will equal deck, and we need to think about what our state's going to be. And so our state's really just going to be the point we're at. So we will put in here r comma c, and probably going to need a count. I guess we can, yeah, we'll say count equals 0, and then we can say while q. So the first thing we're gonna do is gonna pop off we're gonna say r comma c equals q dot pop left, and so now we get our, so the way the breadth first search is gonna work is we're gonna put the starting point in the queue, and then we're going to process that point, putting any additional points that get put in the queue, and then we're gonna keep doing that till the queue is exhausted. So we've got our r comma c. We will, if grid r comma c, wait, that's not right. It's grid r c is equal to 9. Then we're done. We've reached the top point. So we will say count plus equals 1. Continue. Otherwise, let's see. I'm worried. Is that going to get me if I hit? I guess I need to keep track of. What I'm worried about here is if I go somewhere that's got 2 paths. That's a bad example. Let's see. So I take the path and I get there and I get to 9 this way, and then I take another path and get to the same 9. I want to make sure I don't count that twice. So I guess what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll say summits equals set, and we'll say summits dot add r comma c. So at the end here, I can just return length of summits. Return len summits. That. So now I hit the same thing twice. It just doesn't matter. So now we can say, and then I will continue because I'm done there. I've reached the point. Otherwise, I will say for dr dc in, and we can go -1 0 0 -1 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1. Those are our options. And so for each direction we can go, we're going to say if, we'll say next r, next c equals r plus dr, c plus dc. And I just put those on the same line because it's kind of like we're doing the same thing here. And so we can say if, let's, first we better check it's in bounds. So we'll say 0 is less than or equal to, and r is less than, and we'll do a rows equals len grid, calls equals len grid 0. So now we've got those lengths here. So we can say it's less than rows, and 0 is less than or equal to next column is less than calls. And we need to know the height. So we'll say grid rc plus 1 equals grid nr nc. So if we're in, the next step is inbounds and it's 1 higher, then we're going to q dot append. So append goes to the right, pop goes to the left, pop left comes off the left. So that's how we're kind of adding things in that way. And our state is just r comma c. And that might do it. Let's give it a try. Let's see. So part 1 equals sum of count trails of 0 for 0 in zeros. Ooh, okay, we got missing. Oh, I'm going to use the asterisk. So basically the problem here was zeros is the tuple, like whatever that coordinate is, like 0, 2. But this, my thing here takes two things. So by putting a star here, that's going to expand it out and pass those in like individually. This is taking a long time, which is bad. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. Let's see. Do something crazy here, and we will say print Q. So we're getting a lot. We're adding 0, 2 in over and over again. Oh, geez, we're putting in the queue the wrong thing. Let's see, stop that. Okay. Get back to our bash line. That went much faster. Oh man, too early in the morning. Is 36 the right answer? It is. 822. And we got the gold star. All right. Let's go back and take a look at part 2 here. Interesting. Okay, so part 2. This is very, I think I alluded to almost doing this by mistake in the last one. Basically, before we wanted to, we had the issue. I was worried about this issue where there's multiple paths to the summit. And so what I did was I just said, okay, I'm just going to count the points at the summit and return the length. For part 2, I actually want to count this as, 1, 2, 3 different distinct paths because they are different. I mean, I think the easy way to brute force, if we're not worried about size, I think we can literally do what I was about to do, which is just do, let's see, like this, int, tuple of int, comma, int, or I guess it's called tuple int, like that. And now we're gonna we'll put like count equals 0. And here we will do count plus equals 1. And it might be as simple as, oops, we should return len summit, comma, count. And then we should do part 1, comma, part 2. Should do that. I don't think it can't be this simple, can it? Let's see. My type hinting screwing me up here? Oh, because I don't, helps if I do this right. There we go. Let's see. Oh, what's the best way to do this? Part 1. Okay, so part 1. So we'll say summits equals summits, comma, trails equals. Man. Okay, I just made this messy. Let's just test this for now. Let's just see if we're even on the right track. I'm gonna undo this all this double stuff. I'm just gonna return count. And for now, it's gonna print in the part 1. It's gonna look ugly, but we're just gonna do it. I'm just curious to know. Oops, better fix this again. I'm just curious to know if my approach is good. We can make it pretty at the end. 81. 81. Does this work on input.txt? 1801. Awesome. So what I basically, so I think I talked about this when I was doing this originally, but the thing I was scared about when I was trying to count summits was that if my breadth search, the way it works is it basically is going to search everything 1 step away, and then everything 2 steps away, and then everything 3 steps away. And that really means there's some efficiency in the first one some inefficiencies in my part 1, because the fact is once I take a path to a summit, I really don't need to keep looking for other paths to that summit. I need to keep looking for paths to other summits, and this was a small enough problem that I did that by basically saying, oh, if I get there again, I'm just going to put it in the set, which means I get rid of duplication, so it's fine. And it also set me up really, that inefficiency in part 1 actually made my part 2 really easy because it was my part 2 solve. but it didn't, you know, it doesn't fix it for, you know, for part 2. All I had to do then was say, okay, don't dedupe that. Just count that. If I get there a different way, that's fine. Count it again. And it worked fine for me. So, yeah, I might clean this up a little bit before we put it in the repo, but I'm gonna go ahead and call the video. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.